My digital artefact pitch was a series of 3 video essays that explored how science fiction texts that portray the future have depicted women and issues facing women in that future. Future studies and futurology tries to determine what patterns in the world will and won't change in the future, and science fiction texts are often ways for the creators to explore their concerns about society and warn about dangerous use of new technologies or advancements. Using these concepts, I'll be taking 3 issues facing women today: concerns about reproductive rights, sexuality, and equal representation, and look at how these issues are represented in the possible futures that sci-fi texts have predicted, and compare this with actual predictions on how these issues will be handled in the future. Some things have changed about the project since the original pitch, with things mentioned in the feedback. One comment said that I hadn't identified a target audience for my DA, and another mentioned outlining the lengths of the videos I was intending on making and the release windows. To address these issues, my intended audience would be the people looking for more information on the sci-fi genre and/or women representation in film. The videos will be less than 10 minutes each, probably somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes depending on the topic. I decided on this length after doing research and making the first video, getting an understanding of how long it would take to make these videos, but also explore the topic well enough. I have so far made 1 video and intend to release the other 3 on a weekly basis for the next 3 weeks, with the last video being uploaded by the 2nd of June. The comment also mentioned comparing how things have changed would be interesting. Taking this on board, I made one of the major changes to my DA in that I made an intro video. As I was doing the research for the original 3, I realised that too much of the first video that I was making on equal representation was introducing why I was looking into this issue in the first place and the background information, like why sci-fi is considered speculative fiction and the concept of futurology. So I made an intro video explaining these terms and also used it to give some background information on the representation of women in the genre historically. This means that I can dedicate the other video essays to really exploring the issues and keep the videos at a consumable length. One of the feedback comments also suggested a study to look into called Superpowering Girls, Female Representation in the Sci-Fi Superhero Genre, which I did look at, and I'll be using parts of it in the other video essays, not necessarily the bits looking at superheroes, mainly the parts that look at how only seeing a certain type of women represented in cinema affects women and girls, because that sort of plays into my point as to why these sorts of representation matters. I haven't made video essays like this before, and so the first one took more time than I thought, as I had to learn some things along the way. But through this process, I obtained a lot of skills and some footage, so that will make the other videos easier to make. I hope my intro video gives an idea of what the others in the series will be like. Thank you.